Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys had a great day today and I hope you had a great trading session. This is the daily trading update for the January 30th session. If you missed that live stream, I will link that up in the iCards. As you can see on the screen, another red day. This is my sixth red day in a row, but honestly, today wasn't that bad. And we'll talk about that when we actually get onto the charts and look at the trades. So, my gross loss at the bottom of the screen, that is the rhythmic screenshot. My gross loss was $320. When you add in the $47 total of commissions, then you have a net loss of $367. I took 4 trades. It's showing a trade count of 12 because I was trading with 3 accounts today. And I did not win any trades. I lost 1 trade, which was a full loss, and then there were 3 break evens. So honestly, like I said, not too bad. Now, if you missed the daily recap from yesterday or the live stream from yesterday, I did kind of say that I had a feeling that today was not going to be that great as far as like the volume and the volatility. I just kind of had a feeling that it would not be. Anytime we start the week off, especially FOMC week, if we start that Monday with like practically no news or like no high or at least medium impact news, the volatility is usually not there. And so when yesterday we kind of traded in that same 20 point or so, 20 to 25 point range from the overnight session, the 2 a.m. to 2:30 a.m., that range, I kind of knew that like today it was not going to be that great. We did not break out of the range yesterday until like 10:55 in the morning. And then this morning after the open, we kind of stayed at the bottom of the overnight range up until the 9 a.m. high impact news. What I was hoping was with the 9 a.m. high impact news that once we kind of broke away, if we were able to break away from that range, that we would actually have a lot of good movement for me to be able to trade, but we just did not. Like I said in the live stream earlier, most of the movement in the market today and what I saw was, when we were changing from a downtrend to an uptrend, that explosive move, or vice versa, if we were changing from an uptrend to a downtrend, you had that initial explosive move, but after that it just started chop. So it was like explosive move, chop, 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 explosive move, chop, chop, chop. That's just what I saw from my perspective. So let's go ahead and get into the trades from today. Now, what I am hoping is that by tomorrow, hopefully we get some decent movement in the morning. It's kind of hard to say because there are times where I just, on FOMC days, it's just not that great until afterwards, and that is not until 1 o'clock, and I get off the charts at 11, so that does not help me at all. So here is the first trade that I took here, and this was a break even. We were going back towards the VWAP, so as soon as I got into the trade, I did see seller pressure coming in soon after, so I went ahead and I broke even, and I'm glad that I did, because if I draw out the risk to reward here, you can see that we did not get to my level of the auto break even, and I would have missed out, or I would have actually lost that trade. And that is something that I highlighted in the stream today, is that for me, way back before I started to trade more volume based, whenever I saw the opposite pressure coming in, the opposite direction, I would always break even. And I found myself breaking even a lot more than I probably needed to. But at that time, I think it was when I was majority trading on a 16 and 2 Renko chart. So when I increased to the 20 and 2 chart, I didn't have to break even as much. There are still certain parameters that I will, mainly when we're going back towards the VWAP, or we're going back towards a support or resistance level, things like that. However, one of the things that I am happy about, and what makes me feel like I'm seeing progress in my trading strategy despite the red days for now, is that whenever I am breaking even, the trade is almost always losing. And even on a day like today where there was a lot of chop, yes, I was down $367 overall, but it was only maybe $16 or $120 for each account. I risked $124. So that's basically a net loss of 1 trade. I can live with that because today was not a good trading day. Even yesterday, I was down $250 per account. So that's a net loss of 2 trades. Well, one of those trades was invalid. I wasn't supposed to be in it anyway. So if my strategy is going to keep me out of having extremely large negative days on days like today and yesterday, I'm good with that. If it can work really well when the volatility and the movement is there and keep me out of really big loss days when the volatility is not there, that is when I feel like my strategy is where I want it to be. And I'm starting to really, really feel that way. So this was the next trade that I took. We were going back towards the middle pivot level here. However, the buyer pressure didn't come in on what I was looking at. So that is why I did not break even. Had it come in that way, then I would have gone ahead and broken even, but it didn't. So it was just a loss, and that's okay. One of the things that I did point out is I don't all the way know how I feel. Like, I used to not take divergence trades when there was a VWAP attached to it. However, I am now. And so I might have to start looking at the trades that happen off of the VWAP a little bit different, because there was so much volume that had to push from the VWAP down. And the way that my thought process is if the VWAP is that strong of a support or resistance level, it should need less volume to push off of it. That's just like my thought process. So this could be something that's invalidated in the future. I don't know, but for now it's not. And so I'm okay with that particular loss. This was the next trade that I broke even on. And I think there might have been one more. And sorry if you hear my 2.5-year-old nephew. I just locked him out of my room so I could record this video in peace. And I still don't have peace. So this was the last trade that I took. And again, broke even. Seller pressure came in immediately. And we were going back towards the VWAP. So, and you can see that this is another trade that I definitely would have lost on if I draw that out like that. So all of my break evens would have been losses. So I'm grateful to have broken even and to have that as part of my strategy. And that was really it for the day. That was it. So let's go ahead and go to the accounts and show you guys those. So the first account is probably going to blow tomorrow. I'm going to be honest with you, especially if I get quite a few trades in tomorrow, it's probably going to blow, and I'm okay with that. Renews on Friday. Get the fresh reset. Then the second account is the 25K account that I just started yesterday. So we are almost already down to 1,000 in drawdown, which is not good, but hopefully, depending on how tomorrow is, I'm sorry, you guys. Depending on how tomorrow is, hopefully we can get, that account back to where it needs to be. And then that 50K account, no matter what happens, I'm going to blow that purposely on Friday. So that's that. Not a lot of drawdown left in those accounts, and it just is what it is. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Please thumbs up this video, subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning for the live stream. Have a good evening.